Blue collar woodworking is all about making your shop better, so when I saw that new T-track table from Rockler, I knew I had to get me one of those. You see, we wanted to build a shop cart, but not just any shop cart. I wanted the ultimate shop cart. So I asked fans of the show for their ideas, got my Rockler catalogs out of the bathroom and selected some sweet accessories, and got myself to work. I'm going to show you my version of the ultimate shop cart. But the whole point of this video is to inspire you to think big in your own shop. With some good ideas of your own and a few of the accessories that we're going to show you, you can come up with your own ultimate project and have fun building it along the way. This is the ultimate shop cart. No, I didn't forget the top. It's a coming. But first, I want to show you what's under the hood. I knew I was going to want some drawers. But I also knew I didn't want to just pack the thing full of drawers. I mean, what fun would that be? I managed to squeeze in 5 drawers. One problem I have with drawers is that you have to open them to cram stuff inside. I'm far more likely to leave a corded tool out on the bench if I've got to wrap it up and cram it in a drawer somewhere. So I made a spot right under the top to put the power tools that I use most. They stay plugged into a power strip, so all I have to do is plug in the cart instead of the individual tools. And the cords just drop behind the drawers into this cavity that I created. Hand tools have to stay organized or I lose them. So I made a couple of cabinets on the end to store screwdrivers and chisels and bits and rulers, and everything has its place. I made some miscellaneous holders for various tools, but since I did it, I've already found an easier way, which I'll show you in a few minutes. Meanwhile, if I'm going to use the cart for glue-ups, I'm going to have plenty of clamps on hand. And with the rack built in, I'm far more likely to put them away when I'm done with them rather than just letting them pile up in the way on the bench. Bins for nails and screws are built into the end, and all the miscellaneous hardware that I use in projects on their own little shelf in inexpensive plastic cases. But the best part, I think, is this slide-out tray, which I've got set up to use as a sharpening station, but you can put anything on this. Now, that's a lot of features to cram into just one shop cart. But wait until you see the accessories I got to really trick this baby out. That's coming up right after this.
Love to watch Stumpy make a fool of himself? Then you should join him on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, StumpyNubs.com.
Well, it took me about a weekend and a sheet and a half of plywood to make my shop cart, and it was a fun project. I mean, it's just great to try to fit in all your own ideas and really make it your own, but the real fun started when I went shopping to pick up accessories for it. Now I know how my wife feels when she goes to the mall. First of all, check out the top. It's got these built-in T-tracks complete with little intersections, so you've got free movement in all 4 directions, and it's as awesome as it looks. It turns an otherwise simple shop cart into a dynamo workstation. I can use clamps to hold things down, bench cookies to lift things up. I can mount jigs and benchtop machines, and fences and flip stops. The entire cart becomes a jig in itself. Now, you can buy these tops ready to go from Rockler, or you can make your own because Rockler also sells the little T-track intersections separately. And those are great for a lot of different uses. While I was picking out my top, I found some other accessories at Rockler that I had to have for it, like this clamp-on cord and hose holder. You just clamp it onto the edge, and it adjusts up and down so that you can run your cords from the tools underneath, if you're going to use them a lot, right through it. And you can even hook your dust collection up to it. I don't know, I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. It sure keeps things up and out of the way. Another thing I found that I really like are these new tool trays that let the dust just fall right out the bottom. These things would be great to put right on the side of your shop cart so that you could put glue or tools or whatever in there out of the way and you don't have to sweep all that dust out later. I've also found a few places in the shop that I want to mount these, like on the fronts of benches to hold accessories, things like that. But of all the accessories I found, my favorite are these clip-on pouches. I don't know, they look so simple, like little apron pockets, but they're just so handy. What's great about them is that you can have a different one for different toolkits. Like I use this one here with my glue stuff. Holds my glue bottle, glue brushes, some pens and pencils, and you can hook this baby right on your belt and go to work. And then when you're done, it's got a little clip on the back that just hangs on this little metal frame. Here's one for a nail, for nails and screws or whatever. This one's just for tools. Got a spot for a little square and your tape measure, and this one's got all kinds of spots in it. They even make this gigantic one. You could put like a whole toolbox in these things. I was thinking that if I hadn't already built into the side of my cart, I could have just mounted that right on the side and held as much as a whole set of drawers would. But I've already found about 3 uses elsewhere in the shop for this, so no worries. And that's the ultimate shop cart. If you want to build one, you can check out the plans over at stumpynubs.com. You can make one just like mine, or you can throw in some of those accessories that I was showing you, some of which I kind of wish I had when I was designing mine, or you can modify the plans and make one that really suits your needs. Whatever you do, you're going to have a lot of fun, so enjoy.